Welcome to Grapes and Debates, a podcast where we'll uncork some incredible wine and debate varietals of issues within the restaurant industry, one glass at a time. And now, your hosts and owners of SoNapa Grille, Adam Barringer, Chris Botting, and Joe Bates.
33.
Whoa,
33.
Shit.
Yeah.
Great Larry Bird.
Look at you.
Yeah, well,
Who
you know,
else
I mean,
was
it's just
number 33.
Gosh, was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? Was he 32? Because I know
I don't
Magic
know.
was 32.
Okay, I don't know. I mean, we can't make that up.
All right,
But
well,
anyway,
I'll go with the Great White Hope,
okay, there you go.
Larry Bird.
Who better? All right, Joe Bates, Adam Barringer, Chris Botting, and we have the distinct honor of having Mike Morrissey.
Woo!
Larry Bird.
Mike.
Larry Bird.
Lot to live up to.
Yeah. Episode 33. So we start every episode with grapes, and then we'll go on to the debates. And today, aside from your everyday drinking,
My everyday stage wine.
your stage wine, I actually have a stage wine. It's the wine that we had last week, and it was the wine that is in our wine club pickup, which if I would have had this wine before we printed the menu, this is the Paul Hobbs Cross Barn Sonoma Cab. It is drinking fantastic. Yeah, with an ice cube in it.
That's your choice.
Right. But this is not the wine that we're going to be sampling today, so let me...
No, but
Chug
you
it
have
down.
other glasses.
I shouldn't jug it.
What's Joe?
Well, I can tell you the Cross Barn was the feature wine last night at the...
Wow, look at that shit.
Wine
I
Club
got you over here.
pickup.
I got space down here. I got you over here.
And it was very well received by everybody.
Yeah,
and we had a great
no,
time
listen, like Adam said, it was
at the wine pickup last night.
a great
Yeah.
great bottle for our members.
Yeah. It's even good chugging.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't recommend it.
I highly recommend it.
No, so today we have Mike Morrissey with the Coastal Division of Southern, and you are here today representing Joseph Phelps.
Correct.
Which was Moet Hennessy purchased probably about a year and a half ago.
About a year and a half, yeah.
Yeah.
Ballpark, yeah.
Okay. And tell us, I mean, obviously Joseph Phelps is an iconic name in Napa. I mean, there's so many iconic names, but it truly is one of the greats.
It stands
Absolutely.
out. It stands
Yeah.
out.
So why don't you go ahead and tell us about Joseph Phelps. Tell us of what we have in our glasses and what we're going to be tasting. And then when we're done with that, the big reveal. This is something that we have to open.
Oh, okay.
So to tie into the sports, since we're talking about Larry Bird here, 1972, the Dolphins went undefeated, right?
They did.
So in 1973, Joseph Phelps started making wine. And I think he said, fuck, if the Dolphins can go undefeated, I can make great wine. I just made that up, but
No,
I'm
like
a Bills fan, so I'm taking a shot at any man.
I like where it was going. Yeah.
Making shit up. You're tying
it
shit
in.
up is what we do.
Yeah, exactly.
For all my Dolphins buddies out there, I hope they hear that one.
Hey, he's a Dolphins fan.
I like your Jaguars.
Lifelong.
No.
No.
No, I wore the helmet in a bet, which I still haven't collected.
Well,
But no, I'm a Dolphins fan, die hard for
we
life.
got Amari, and Jets picked up Tay over there, Devontae.
Yeah,
so
I know.
What are the
I
Dolphins
know.
doing?
Yeah.
They are.
We're losing the
They're
division.
waiting. They're
So we
waiting.
turned this into sports, grapes, and what?
Yeah.
No, that's good. That's
And they
good.
won in 73 as well. They went
that?
back to back.
Did they do this
Yeah.
over there?
Yeah, they went back to
They
back.
didn't go
They didn't go
undefeated.
undefeated, though.
They didn't go undefeated.
Yeah,
right.
right.
They won Super Bowl back to back.
Yeah, that's when OJ was there too. So we won't get into the Bills' history around that time. But,
Whoa, I didn't know that. Okay.
yeah, 72.
He was not on the
74, 5, I think.
No, he
turned
wasn't.
out.
He wasn't.
No, he was
on the
Buffalo
Bills.
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 If the glove
But,
doesn't fit, you must have quit.
All right.
Change something on that one.
Somebody grab the wheel.
Come on.
So we have
Somebody
Joseph
grab the
Phelps.
Okay,
So
Joseph Phelps.
Back to 1973. He was actually in the construction business. So
Okay.
kind of give you a little history of it. He was out in Colorado, and he really wanted to get into winemaking. So he got them to build an office out in San Francisco. He started going out and going through the land, trying to find the perfect spot. And he found his spot in Napa Valley. And the cool thing about Joseph Phelps, when I read the story, is he didn't want to go in and make the greatest cab. He didn't want to go in and make the greatest Bordeaux and all that. He wanted to make wine, good wine. So he started planting all kinds of different grapes. He had Riesling, he had Syrah, he had obviously Cabernet and a lot of those, and he was making all that wine. But some of it lasted, some of it didn't. He still actually makes Syrah, winery only. But he got into it. He came out with Insignia, I believe, after the first year, which was a Bordeaux blend. So he's using all the noble grapes. And it was a hit. And it's been pretty much rated 90s throughout its span. You can look at that, too.
Wow.
And see it, but
That's a hell of a
98,
run.
99. It's hit 100 points 4 or 5 times now.
Really?
So definitely it's become an iconic wine, to your
incredible.
point. And they're using a lot of the French style with the Bordeaux blends in there. And obviously we got the Cabernet too. Unique thing with the Insignia too, or not unique, but it is mostly Cabernet actually. It's 93% Cabernet.
Okay.
And then you have the Malbec in there. You have a little bit of the Petit Verdot and the Merlot. And then the cab we're actually going to drink is 92%. I find that pretty interesting. Is
Sure.
actually the Insignia,
Sure.
the red blend, is actually a little higher in the cab.
Right, right.
I'm sure they've got some flexibility on the Insignia with the blend since
Absolutely.
it's a Bordeaux, and I think does it just say red wine on it?
It does,
Or-
yeah.
right,
Red,
so-
red, yeah. And
But
he wants it to be
Is it
different
always
every year.
that heavy cab? Is the blend always that
Historically,
heavy?
no. I think it's varied throughout there. Obviously, we just picked it up a year ago, so I haven't looked into the exact
Right.
mix and blends of it. But it has rotated over the years, or varied, I should say. So it has changed, and that's what he wants. Those he doesn't want to make, he doesn't want to, cookie cutter. He doesn't want to kind of do that. He wants it to change every year, and really what the vineyard gave him, and take that and produce it.
So let me ask you: should we be drinking the Insignia 93% cab heavy versus the Joseph Phelps Cab 92% heavy?
You saying first, or
I don't know. I'm asking. Or does it matter?
I don't think it's going to matter here, but I kind of think we go with the cab first.
Are you
Try
a one?
that out.
Are you a 1%er? Are you? You can figure that 1% out?
1% better every day. Yes.
I like it. I
Tied it in.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. So tell us then. Okay, so the Insignia, and you would compare Insignia to what other type of wines, or what other brands would you compare it to?
There's a brand out there that a lot of people know that's very, well known, which is Opus One.
Sure.
Right? They're both very
What
similar.
about Quintessa?
Quintessa, another great brand out there. So it's going to fall in those realm. You
Okay.
know, Pepsi, Coke, different
Yeah.
things like that to the eye of the beholder. But,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, well, I think you can like both.
I think this
Pepsi
is.
and Coke,
I think this is Jim
those people
Sam,
are
one of his
split, man.
favorites.
What's that?
Pepsi
Oh,
and
is it
Coke,
really?
those
I
people are
didn't know
split.
that.
That's a valid
Jim,
point. I don't
yeah,
even drink
we're-
either one, but I have a preference.
Sorry, we're missing you, Jim. If you that this is one of your
This
favorites.
is one of your favorites. Okay.
So the cab.
the cab.
Shall
Like
we?
a call out.
No, wait. So we know it's 92% cab. And where exactly in the valley is Joseph Phelps sourcing their grapes?
That's a great question.
Okay. In the valley. In the Napa
Are
Valley.
either one of these estate?
What's that?
Are either one
So
of
these
these
are all
estate grown?
they are all estate grown actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So Saint Helena, you got Oak Knoll, you got Stag's Leap, and Rutherford.
Okay.
All with the Cabernet. And then when you look at the Insignia, you're going Yountville, Home Ranch, Susco,
Susco.
yep, and Barboza.
all premier
Yeah.
areas. Right.
And again, when you get to the cab, it actually has an extra grape in there too from the Noble. So you actually have more grapes, a little less Cabernet. It's
Okay.
kind of interesting, I think.
So does the cab have all 5?
No, 4.
So the Insignia has all 5.
Correct.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Well, that's drinking nice.
Damn.
Yeah, it is.
That's really,
And-
really nice.
And Mike, I know that you're just in here tasting us on this. We Coravend it, so we only have just enough to taste to see if we enjoy it. I got to tell you, it's drinking great.
Yeah.
It really is.
Even after your go-to.
Well, yeah. It's actually
it's got grapefruit. It's
Yeah.
it's balanced. The tannins don't punch you in the face, but they're there. So
Okay.
wow.
Yeah.
Look at this guy
Look at this guy.
with his
Yeah.
descriptors.
yeah, and you know it changes with food. Like we're restaurateurs. We typically
Yeah,
are
no,
drinking wine with food and-
we like this with food. This
So-
I would definitely. This is not your
Yeah.
your
No, I can see
drinking
this.
wine.
I don't
This
see
is
you
your-
drink your wine
this is
with
your
food
food
too
wine.
often.
Somebody bring me a
for my taste.
Simply, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. So
That
is
is
this
good.
their? I mean, that's clearly their premier bottling. Is this
The Insignia
next
is what they're
level?
most well known for. Obviously, the cab too, being
Yes.
the predominant grape in there.
Right.
They do also. So they do have some winery exclusive stuff, but as
Okay.
far as distribution throughout the country, they do Freestone too, which is they like to go. So you got your Bordeaux styles.
Sure.
They're going to go Burgundian style. So they have the Chardonnay and the Pinot Noir.
Okay.
However, with some of the fires stuff like that, right now we only have the Pinot Noir. Eventually, they hope to bring that back or source from another area that they feel is up to their standards. So
And that label is Freestone?
yes,
Is that what you said? Okay.
I don't think
I'm
I've
not
ever
familiar
heard
Me
of
either. That's new to me.
but I'm trying to remember. I think that was early 2000s. They might have started that.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, thank you. That's great. Now, can we get on to the big boy here?
Yeah. The Insignia.
And you, when you say you just got it, Southern just picked up.
Southern was actually distributing it, so they're the main supplier, right?
Okay.
Within that, you have a lot of portfolios, and I can't remember the portfolio they actually bought it from. But Moet Hennessy, the world's largest luxury, they owned Louis Vuitton, Dior, all those brands. They wanted to get more California wine, and they were looking for an iconic, California, something like that. And Joseph Phelps was the one. So
Okay.
yeah, about a year and a half, no more than 2 years ago. I
So
wanna
it's
say.
been in your
Have you-
portfolio
now have
for
you-
that long.
Have you tried
takes
this today, or is this first?
This is the first today, yeah.
Okay.
So it might be a little bit tight still, because we did.
I think it's corked.
You think it's corked?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
I didn't get that. Like, we're live. You could have lied.
Like, shit. No. Say it ain't so.
It is a little tight, like you said.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is.
But
This is, I mean, if you're going to drink this at the house, I would open it up at least 45 minutes early. Really let the air get in there.
Yeah.
If you've never done that, that will really change a wine.
100%.
Yeah.
How do you feel about decanting
In
general?
What's
Yeah.
that?
Decanting.
We sell another brand that you tend to get a lot of sediment in, and like you'll get some like little crystal stuff like that. So I mean, if that really bothers you, absolutely. Some people love it, that adds to the complexity.
Right.
We do Newton unfiltered, and it is a truly filtered wine, but it's by a natural process. There's people that believe when you filter a wine with a fining agent, something that goes through the wine, pulls it all down, that you're stripping it of natural characteristics. So when you do it by natural process, open barrel fermentation, all that, it leaves certain things. So I think it's like cork and screw cap at times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like some people are going to go one way. Some
Right,
people are
right. It's subjective, right?
Yeah.
And some of it's just kind of the elegance of the whole process. Of
Yeah.
kind of swirling it into a decanter and kind of elevating the experience.
Again,
You know,
if that's your
I
if that's
think,
your
I
piece,
think
yeah.
you could debate that all day long. Some people think you should decant a wine that has been sitting for a while, when in fact it's been set. I mean, it's been aging in the bottle. It's softening. Whereas if you have a young wine, you should decant that to let that open up. And so there's
Yeah, so I've heard
there-
both sides of the
yeah,
spectrum on
there
that.
is.
Gotta
Me,
open it up.
Yeah,
Sure.
There have been a few wines that I felt needed to be decanted that I've had.
Yeah,
For
I
the
mean,
most
even
part.
if you taste something, when it's young in its vintage, or you do a vertical tasting,
Right.
and you can see how it's matured in the bottle. That's
Sure.
pretty unique too. We've done. I bought some wine a while back. I think it was like 2009. Then drank it in like 2018. And the difference, it was a Malbec. It was a Bordeaux blend Malbec, and at the beginning it had all that blueberry, but then 8 years later, gone.
Wow.
And it
Wow.
just really really unique. So
Yeah.
and this is for aging too. So.
Well, so what do you think?
Fantastic.
That's your first
wine.
taste? Yeah, it's fantastic. And it's definitely a little more grippy
Yeah.
100%.
than that cab.
Oh yeah.
You love that word.
I like the
Grippy.
You feel the tannins, I think, a little bit more.
I do, but
Somebody once
yeah.
told me the difference between dry and tannins. Tannins is like a sweater in your mouth. It coats you. You kind of feel it. It sticks
Yeah.
to it.
Well, I feel my
Where
teeth
dry
getting
is
red.
kind of similar.
I feel my teeth getting red just
Yeah.
drinking this.
Yeah, that's
thing, though.
fantastic.
Wow. Okay, so we had the Insignia,
Thanks for
Joseph
sharing.
Phelps Cabernet,
Yeah.
and now the letter.
Who gets this letter?
SoNapa Grille.
Very special people.
Cut that, but yeah. so definitely counts that they've deemed, target list, so to
Sure.
speak,
Look at this.
that we want to, push the product to. But obviously, you guys being SoNapa, it fits right into the wheelhouse.
It does.
wow.
Being in Napa Valley. But just to kind of make it that extra little special.
Have you had an opportunity to visit the property?
I haven't. Yet.
No?
No.
Okay.
I know some people have within the company, but yeah, I haven't had the chance. But
Oh, we tried last year.
It's beautiful.
We tried.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember when we were out there for an entire month?
No, I remember
That was
you
when
were
it
out
was
there
You
for
know what
Still
Mike
our
said? Oh
acquisition.
no, can't get you any tastings. You know what? Now that I remember that, I'm not even gonna read this. Go ahead, read it,
It's
Seabot.
going as
What
not
does
as
it
good
say?
as that.
Well, it's pretty wordy here. So
Long story short?
Yeah. Let's get through here. It's been a very exciting time at Joseph Phelps while honoring and protecting the history and legacy of Joseph Phelps. We are thrilled to be launching into a new chapter, a very bright future dedicated to producing wines of the highest quality and shaping them with you and our friends all around the world. We are bringing many innovations and changes to Joseph Phelps, how we care for our vineyards, and how we produce our wines, all focused on offering wines of an exceptional quality. We deeply appreciate your partnership, which goes beyond transactions to signify a shared dedication to quality and to our mutual success. With
There's more. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
there's can I finish?
Yeah.
Please finish. I thought
All right, I'm going to finish.
there was a pause.
I'm going to finish.
so-
Well, yeah, it's not.
Sometimes you take inflections.
Have you never took a speech class? Let me go. With the release of our 2021 Insignia, we invite you to come on board with our journey. Here's to celebrating milestones and creating memorable experiences over every bottle of Insignia. Cheers, David Pearson, Estate President.
Awesome. So we have the opportunity to get a very highly allocated
Well said.
selection of Insignia.
Yes.
And do you know what the amount that we are able to get per location?
So what they're looking for is like kind of what you think you might go to, and that's what they want to hold back. And
Okay.
The accounts that are going to work with us, we'd like to kind of keep some of that for you guys, especially when it goes in print or anything like that. And then after that, definitely general market and stuff like that
Right.
too. But we want to take care of those.
Because I know there was this other brand that we mentioned, Opus,
Yeah.
and we got the same type of letter. And they allowed us an allocation, I believe, of 2 6-packs per store of Opus 1, and then along with that, I think we were able to get 2 6-packs of the Overture per store.
right,
So we had a total of 6 for each one.
It is open, and they didn't do a
Okay.
2020 vintage.
Okay.
So this is the 2021 vintage. And what I've been told is there's plenty right
Okay.
now. So
And
But we're still in a lottery,
yeah.
But still to the outsiders, they
First
wonder
draft
kind of
pick,
what's
right?
why is it so expensive?
First
Why is it
draft.
so
Of
hard
course.
to get? These are some of the reasons that they
Yield,
produce
right?
less yield, high quality, pick and choose who that represents their brand, and so when you wonder why it's 3+ maybe depending on what to the consumer. This is why it's exclusive. stuff.
Sharing in the success of the
it's hard to
quality
get,
is
yeah.
it states it
It's
right
not
there
easy
in
to
the
get. It's
letter.
exclusive. It's high end.
And with the 2021, I was reading up on this vintage too. Is they're relating it to the 2015 based on the weather conditions and
Okay.
stuff like that. So what happened with this vintage too was it was a little drier, which tend to make the grapes a little smaller, thicker skinned.
sure,
Which
more intense flavor.
exactly. So it's it's being highly regarded. Obviously, it's just being released recently. So there are some ratings out there.
Are there any early scores? I was going.
There is.
Oh, well,
yeah.
I was going to get, here's the score. I would say
We've already got 96 to 96, 97, 98 rating. And that's from Wine Advocate, James
Yeah.
Suckling.
I was, suckling.
Yeah. You were suckling?
No, I was going to say a 97.5. That's what I was going to give it.
Does it need a decimal?
It does, in this particular case.
Kinda
When
like
you're
one
going to
bite, everybody
100,
knows the
does it
rules.
need a half point?
In this case, it did.
97.5.
But you know what? I blame Mike on
That's
that.
high.
Because
that's
if he
high
would
praise.
have opened that cork,
Yeah, you would have got a 98.
you probably would have gotten that other half point. So, what's the guy's
But
name?
we're in the first
What was his
quarter
name?
here, right? So there could always be another.
Mr. Pearson.
Mr. Pearson.
Well, it's fantastic.
if we
Yeah,
did-
thanks for sharing.
I'm finding a way to get back on
If
the
we
show.
didn't,
Yeah.
if we didn't Corvin that and we opened it up, uncorked it, just let it breathe a little bit more, we could have got that other half a point. Take it a step further. If we'd have had the whole bottle, it would have been 100 points by the time we were done.
Well,
For
I think
sure.
you're going to make the sheet of ratings with it.
Okay.
James
Mike-
Suckling.
Right.
You are 100 points.
James Suckling,
Yes. Yeah.
Grapes and Debates.
There you go.
I think that's pretty much how
Yeah.
it's ranked.
No,
Yeah.
yeah,
I think we carry some weight in the wine world.
we do.
Yeah.
Big
No
time.
pun.
Wine.
So I was gonna. That was the grapes part.
Yeah.
Mike, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for
Thank you for bringing.
sampling this, and we are definitely going to make it part of our portfolio. of wines that we serve to our guests. And the next part of this is the debate. And I would say we could debate which wine was better. We're not going to do that.
Okay.
I'm thinking because we are in such a toxic political environment, I was going to say, which candidate do you think would be better for business who gets into the White House? I'm thinking that's too much, especially on the heels of what just happened with the hurricanes. And we don't need anything that
Divisive?
divisive. I was going to say, should we debate yes on 3? Again, that's a little too much, right? I mean, yeah, we're all kind of for yes on 3. But instead, this is what I want to know.
Okay.
Favorite movie.
Oh.
Favorite movie.
Did you just hit me?
Favorite movie. And if you watch
guys
that
go
movie,
first. I gotta
if
think
you
about
watch
this
that
one.
movie, do you drink
Oh.
Insignia with it?
All right, the first one that's coming to mind, a great classic. I wouldn't say it's necessarily wine, but Tommy Boy. Fantastic.
Oh,
It's one of those movies. You laugh.
Showing your age.
You laugh every
No, so
time.
what?
Showing your age.
Okay, what do you drink if you're watching Tommy Boy, or are you yes on 3 and you're
Joseph
eating
Phelps
candy?
Insignia, man.
Okay,
You know,
all right,
great movie,
okay.
great wine.
All right.
Iconic.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, how about you?
Braveheart. Braveheart.
Shocker.
Shocker. And I wouldn't just drink 1 bottle of wine. I would drink 3.
Well, now you sound like Animal House.
Wasn't
right.
fish, no flounder.
Flounder, yes,
Wait,
yes. Yeah, you
No,
fucked
Braveheart's
up.
great.
You fucked up. You trusted us.
Oh.
Yeah. And Mel Gibson's a solid
Food King.
citizen.
Food King, Food King, Food
Yeah.
King.
Okay.
Remember that? I'm gonna go Heat.
Whoa.
Robert De Niro
Yeah.
and Al Pacino.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who else was in it?
Val Kilmer.
Yes. Before he got crazy.
Oh, Iceman?
Ice. Oh, I already know what you're gonna say.
That's right.
And Joe,
Damn
what's
dangerous.
Wait, no, so
yeah.
wait. What do you drink when you're watching Heat? I
Gosh.
think that's like, is it a martini? Is it wine? What is it?
It's probably
Westbound
bourbon on the
Plain.
rocks.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Any
there's a
particular bourbon?
lot of heavy. You know, I'm when it comes to bourbon, I would have to say probably middle of the road.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Every
go maybe like a Bullet.
Okay.
Good choice.
Good choice. That's one.
That wasn't planned. Maybe it was.
No,
My favorite movie is clearly documented in my history. In fact, my 40th birthday was a Top Gun party where we all wore
Oh, I
navy
thought you were gonna say
whites.
My Little Pony.
It's right there. Right Top
Okay.
Gun.
What do you drink?
Yeah.
What?
So, no, ice cold bottle of Chandon. Just,
You guys-
Really?
Oh.
right? Yeah.
Wow.
Just,
You guys drink good.
Bubbles, bubbles, right?
down in my little coupe. Yeah.
Pinky's
Go
out.
brute or
Favorite
rosé?
line. Favorite
Pinky's
line.
out.
Oh my God. I feel the need for speed. Yeah. No, top,
It's Paw Patrol or something.
your favorite movie is all about like when you saw it, right?
Yeah.
You know, so 1986.
Brings you back to a good time.
Graduating high school, all my buddies, we went and watched Top Gun, and yeah, so
Awesome.
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
It was a great
So
one. So that's
Mike-
the debate.
that was it.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't debate
Yeah.
that because it was a great movie.
No, you can't. Well, you can't debate favorites.
It was one of the few. Well, I had a pretty big selection of DVDs, and that was one of my favorites.
Hey.
I don't know how many times I watched it.
intense.
Tommy Boy.
It was the first
It's a
one that came to
classic.
mind.
It's classic.
Yeah.
If I went
Fat guy,
back
little coat.
further, like the
No.
one that I'm starting to watch with the
No,
kids,
no.
The Goonies. That was good.
Oh wow, you're
But
going
you
deep.
didn't drink back then when you watched
Right.
the Goonies. So I don't
No.
know. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, Fast Times at Richmond High.
Oh,
mean,
come
come
on.
on.
Yeah.
Yes on 3.
Yes, on 3. Yes on 3. All right, guys.
So
That's a wrap.
All right.
cool. Thanks,
Thank
Yeah,
you,
Mike,
gentlemen.
thank you
I
very much.
appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank
And
you
your
so much.
partnership.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
We
Until
appreciate
next
it.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until next time.
Thanks, guys.
Until 34.
Yeah.
Do we know was Kobe 30?